Welcome to Reread. I am going to go through 3 short stories from the Star Wars Tales comic book. Do they get any better? Well, I'll let you find out. The first one is from Star Wars Tales number 22. It's called Marooned. This one actually is pretty good. I'd forgotten about it. A scout trooper is on Endor riding his speeder bike along and gets tackled or comes across a rebel agent from his Endor gear, and they fight and wrestle, and when they're both tired, the Rebel Alliance guy goes, "Truce?" He goes, "Truce." And so he takes off his helmet and kind of sit together. It's a little comedic, but I kind of get it based on what's going on. You find out that it's been over a year since the Battle of Endor, and neither one of these people know who won. The Rebel tries to convince the the Scout Trooper that his team won by blowing up the Death Star with just a handful of ships. He went, "That's impossible," kind of making a joke out of that. And so then they say what's been going on with him for the past year. The Rebel was part of, I guess, Han Solo's scout troop, but he got lost in the woods when he went to go take a leak, and the scout troop left him, and he's been wandering around the woods ever since. That one is kind of hard. It's kind of hard to believe both these people would be out in the woods for that long, but he's got a bow and arrow now. It looks like he's been surviving in the wild, and he's kind of a moron, so yeah, maybe he never found his way back. And maybe, I guess Han Solo and them didn't ever look for their missing patrol guy on their team. That's kind of weird. But he asked the scout trooper why he hasn't been around for over a year, how he hasn't checked in with the others. Well, he was on a secret location, a secret place that he was told, maintain radio silence until you hear from us. And so he did that, and it was been over a year, and he thought, oh man, I need to get some news out here. So he's been a good soldier, and I kind of buy that a little bit more because Imperial soldiers do as they're told, and maybe he's just someone who just liked living on his own. I guess he had plenty of rations too. They don't say why he's been around for that long. So maybe it is a little far-fetched. It's been 13, I think they said 13 months since the Battle of Endor. Maybe if it was 3 months, it'd be a little bit more believable for the both of them. But either way, there's another joke that said, because the Rebel Scout tells him that, hey, yeah, we came down here with a golden 3PO. He's a golden protocol droid. He went, wait, you went into the forest in camouflage, but you brought a bright golden droid that shines in the sun. How did you guys defeat us? They're making jokes like that. Of course, they get captured by Ewoks, where the Imperial is, strung up just like Han and Luke were. Later on, they find out that, of course, the Rebel Alliance won, and the Imperial Scout Trooper decides to stay on the planet and just live his life there, while the Rebel decides to join the New Republic and get back into the swing of things. It's an okay story, not that bad. I really do not remember reading this the first time, though. The next one is from Star Wars Tales number 5. It's called Lando Calrissian on Eagle's Wings. You think it's Lando, I'd love it. The artwork is terrible, and the story really isn't that good. He's General Calrissian. He's given a mission to catch some thieves, and it's a group of Imperials who have turned to piracy. So he knows how these thieves would think, so he hires their former boss who's been put in prison. He not springs him from prison, but he can get anyone on his team. So he gets that guy. He gets Lobot, who is not mentioned until the end. You see him at the end, and his special group is not really well defined. So there's just a bunch of characters that you don't really care about. Plus the artwork is really bad. And the admiral, whoever he's talking to, says, we'll give you anything you need. And Lando goes, anything? And for some reason, he's flying the Millennium Falcon, and then there's no other joke afterwards. So I guess he asked for the Millennium Falcon, and they took it from Han's dead hands. None of this really makes sense. And at the end, Lando has figured out the thieves and has figured out how to defeat them. And it's a Sherlock Holmes moment as the Admiral's going, "Great Scott, Lando, how did you do it?" He's like, "Elementary, my dear." No, he doesn't say that, but it's kind of like that. And it's not, it goes way, way long. It's a Tales that just does not end and goes way long. And even though it has Lando in it, who I love Lando, boy, I can't get behind this one. It's pretty bad. The last one is Star Wars Tales number 8, The One That Got Away. Very short, very terrible artwork as well. But it's about this Twi'lek Nimitar, who was a dancer in Jabba's palace before Ula, and she escaped thanks to Lando, because Lando was on guard that night, and Lando just lets her out. And I think this was in another story. I think may have missed a short comic book because I feel like I know the story before. But she's giving her report, and now she's at a university and she's got her degree or whatnot, and she's so smart. It is 1000% pointless, but so is most of Star Wars tales. All right, folks, that's it for now. See you next time.